We want to create an isometric shape in the form of an assembly using a 1-inch cube, and we want it to look like this. So let's recreate that by creating a new assembly. So we go to File, New, Assembly. In my case, I just click Assembly. And here it goes. First thing we need to do is we need to add our first cube, or we need to place it. So we're going to place a cube that hopefully you've already made. So it's a 1-inch cube. Hit open. Now you're going to see I'm just going to start placing them. So there's the first one. It's a little big, so I want to back up. So I'm scrolling the mouse up, and I'm just going to place a whole bunch of these. Okay, it's almost like spreading the puzzle pieces out. Oop. And getting them ready to put into place. So I'm just putting a bunch of in there. If I, for some reason, don't need this many, I can just delete them. I'm going to place one over here. So I'm going to hit Escape. All right, now let's start putting them together. We are going to use the Joint tool here. So if we click Joint, first thing we need to do is select the face of the one we want to move. So that's the center and that's the face. Okay, so we click Face, and then we click this one. And then we just keep going. So keep adding. We hit pull after each one. So apply, face, face, hit apply, face, face, hit apply, and then one more, face, face, apply. Okay, now I'm going to show you a pattern tool that will save us a little bit of time. So if I click on the pattern tool, I can then select the 5 cubes that I want to pattern. Okay, so now I'm going to click over to this rectangular pattern, and I'm going to do a column, and I want to tell it which direction to go. So I'm going to keep moving my mouse around until the arrow points the right way, which it is. And you can see it left a space there. That's because down here it says there's a 2-inch column spacing. We want it to be 1 inch. And you can see it moves back. We also want it to be a column count of 3 instead of 2. And there we go. Click OK. So we just saved a little bit of time. So let's add more by jointing them. So face, face, apply, face, face. Oop, that one did not go in the right way. So let's cancel out and try again. Might have to turn this a little bit so I can see it better. Okay, so click on face there. Apply, face, face, apply. Go back to that, face, face. It's a little tricky. You have to make sure you get it right in the middle. Okay, and I could do a pattern, but I'm going to just keep placing them. It really saves you a lot of time when you have a lot of cubes to set and they're all in a row, or you have a large pattern that you could duplicate. But in this case, we're just adding 5 more, so it's not a big deal. So we're just going to use the Joint tool for the remainder of all these cubes and just show you how you can just go around and form the patterns that you were looking for. And you can see it's starting to slowly shape into an isometric drawing, just like the one on the left. And hopefully it will have enough. It's going to be close. Okay. Let's turn this a little bit so we can see it. Hit the face there. And so you can see that even within the tool, you can keep placing things, and you can even move your diagram around a little bit so that you can orient it in a way that makes sense to you. I actually think I might have exactly the right amount, which is fortunate. So apply the face. And again, because it's a cube, it doesn't matter which side of the cube we hit, as long as it's one of the faces. Okay, and then the last two. Apply right here. And the last one. And then click OK. And let's recenter it. And there you go. We have the exact same figure. So that's how you take shapes or parts and you put them together in an assembly. Using the joint tool will mate two faces together. You can use the pattern tools to increase the size of one of your rows or columns. And it actually makes pretty easy work of it. So you can see we can scroll around and look at it from all sides. And that's what we just created in a short amount of time. Hope that helps.